So one of the most common questions I get is from buyers who are looking to buy a bank-owned foreclosure. It's quite understandable that the perception of purchasing a foreclosure as a bargain is out there, but there are some things that you need to know before you pull the trigger on one of these transactions. One of them is that the seller, while it is a bank, the person who's a decision maker is an asset manager. Now, in the real estate industry, we know asset managers a little differently from the public. You, as a consumer, will never get to speak with an asset manager, but they have tons of files on their desk from across the country of assets that they need to liquidate. They have deadlines to meet, they have quotas to meet, and they're not touchy-feely. And if you have casual questions, they're not available to answer them the way a regular seller might. So keep that in mind. You're dealing with an institutional seller who's just looking at counting the beans on a spreadsheet. The other thing you need to understand is that the contract and the deadlines on a purchase of a foreclosure are going to be far more rigid and less flexible than with a regular transaction. So if you're buying from Ken and Barbie and their attorney sends your attorney a contract with certain terms on it, your attorney might mark it up, as they say, and ask for a few changes and revisions. Not so with a bank-owned foreclosure. The contract is the contract, and you can't even change a comma or a semicolon on there. And you need to know that, and your attorney needs to know that as well. Also, they might give you one extension or something like that, but they do not play nice in the sandbox when it comes to being flexible with deadlines. And perhaps one more thing you should know is that you might save money on the purchase price, but you're going to pay extra in closing costs because the institutions that are selling bank-owned foreclosures will clearly stipulate that the typical taxes paid by a seller are to be paid by the buyer. So you're going to have additional transfer taxes. If you have any additional questions about whether or not this type of transaction is right for you, simply log on to jphillip.com or reach out to me through email or text, and we'll do everything we can with complete confidentiality and no obligation. Good luck.